Just got done doing the edge retention test on my Trizola pocket fixed blade. I literally cut through all of my cardboard. And it's still sharp enough to cut the phone book paper. Just barely. We almost got it dull enough. So I'm going to put an edge back on this thing. I want to essentially make it sharp again. And I'm going to use these new plates I got. I've sharpened a couple knives with these. I've done the 400 grit and the 1000 grit, I believe. So probably use those again. I saw a YouTuber do a video on these, and they looked like they were pretty decent for the price. And I just wanted some stones that would do the job with a good selection of grits. And I also have a wood carving buddy who had these. I believe he bought them over a year ago, and he showed them to me, and then I kind of just forgot about them. He has them glued to a board, which you would probably have to do something like that if you buy these because they're so thin. I'm going to use this as a backer. It seemed to work okay for me when I did it the first time. The first few times. So I'm going to do it again. These would probably really work a lot better though if you glued them onto some sort of block of wood or something. But I'm just going to put the edge back on this. Nothing fancy. It's my most carried knife and I like it to be sharp. It's still got a good working edge on it. But since I put it through all of that cardboard cutting, I figured we'd fix her up a little bit. When I sharpened it the first time, I did a higher angle on the heel and a lower angle on the tip, and I did not do that on purpose. That was not intended. So I kind of want to fix that anyway. I want to get the heel of this blade's angle a little higher. So I used this stone to sharpen this knife, and I sharpened my big Ryuku. So this stone has gone through quite a bit of grinding. We're going too low. Definitely high and uneven. You can see where the low angle I had at the heel first is now grinding higher. You can kind of see some marks there. I even grinded it so low, I think I hit the primary bevel a little bit the first time I did this. And I'm used to using sharpening Scandi knives, and usually I use some sort of fixed angled system, so I'm very rusty at freehand sharpening. Especially V-edge knives. Usually I'm doing some sort of convex edge or a Scandi grind. But that doesn't look terrible. I'm not liking the way that area looks there. But it does look better. And I don't want to just sit here and grind on this thing grind the life out of this knife. So I'm going to move on to this side. Now, if you can move your whole body when you sharpen, instead of just your arms, you can, in theory, keep your angle straight. You lock everything in and rock your body back and forth. I'm doing a lower angle on this, so it's going to take a little bit more grinding. We've got it minimized pretty good. So one side, that side looks way better than this side. This side does look better than it did though. So I'm going to move on from the 400. Gonna hit it with the 800, and then we'll do 1,000. I haven't used this stone yet, so I'm breaking it in. That side looks really nice. This side not so much. You see my higher angle here. A little bit higher and a little bit more inconsistent. This knife is a user. This knife comes with me everywhere. It gets used for everything. If it doesn't look perfect, that's fine by me, as long as the edge is good. because this knife is going to get beat up anyways. It's going to get beat up. It's going to get dirty. Alright, we're going to move on to the next stone. Grit. So I'm pretty sure the burr, we still got a little burr on that side. The most important part is your angle. If your knife isn't getting sharp, if your knife is not getting sharp, it's because of your angle. Because your angle and your burr. More than likely. It's because of one of those two things. You either didn't remove the burr properly, or you didn't hold the angle properly. If you're looking to get into sharpening, I would recommend a fixed angled system to learn on. And then you know that your angle will be right to eliminate that. So then you know you're having a problem removing your burr or whatever it is, if you're still having issues. So now we're going to go to the strops. Just strop at the same angle that you sharpened at. This is some diamond compound I got off of Amazon. It's point. I can't remember what it is, 3 micron? It might be 0.5 micron. I'll put a link to this stuff below. This is the very first diamond paste I've ever used. And I don't know if it's any good. I don't know how it compares to other diamond pastes. I mean, it works as a stropping compound. It's a little tacky, and I don't know if that's common with diamond compounds, but it's sticky. It's not hard and smooth like my aluminum oxide compounds. And I still like to finish on the green aluminum oxide. Call me old-fashioned, but this is going to give me a little bit of a finer finish. An extra step in the polish. And I don't charge these very often. I've stropped half a dozen knives or more, maybe even a dozen times on both of these. I have not put fresh compound on any of these. Maybe I should, I don't know. I usually don't use a lot of compound though in between. I'll strop quite a bit. So I'm at 38 minutes. That's that bevel. That bevel turned out pretty good. This one, something to work on. Pretty sharp. So that's sharpening the TPF after edge retention test. Took a little longer because I wanted to set these angles a little higher, and I kind of botched it a little bit on the first sharpening, and I tried fixing it a little bit. It is a little better, but next time I sharpen I'll have to work on it a little bit more. My bevels aren't exactly even. If your edge can cut through phone book paper or similarly really thin paper really easily, you know, with no hang-ups, and it can shave, then your knife is plenty sharp. Doesn't have to be hair whittling sharp to be a good sharpening job. I would be happy with the edge you put on it and just go out and use that knife. And, you know, the next time it gets dull and you need to sharpen it, you know, below a working edge is usually what I do. Sharpen it again and try again and see, you know, see. I always see if it will cut paper towels and whittle hairs after I'm done sharpening, and, you know, it's not always the case. And if it doesn't, I just put it away and use it like I would normally use it, and, you know, try on the next sharpening. If you think you're having trouble getting the burr removed, take a piece of wood and run the edge through the end grain. Just be very careful. You're going to be pushing towards your hand, so don't cut yourself. Set your blade down and use some sort of piece of wood, end grain, and that will sometimes help get rid of any burr that's left on there. Little sharpness tests.